Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another episode of Idaho. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we were harvesting this field right here. It was planted in barley. It's currently harvested at the moment. And I'm currently turning the straw here into chaff. As you can see, I have a case 1570 right here with our JF Stoll ProTech forage harvester, and I got a couple of tractors working on it. So I got the 2870, it's currently unloading it. I also have the John Deere 8440. I bought this Vehevius trailer for foraging as well, just because I figured we might as well capitalize on it as best as possible. And I also have the GMC doing that as well. So they're all working together to unload this guy. It's gonna have a little bit time yet to go, but that's what's going on. Whoops, wrong vehicle. So I emptied this one out with our front loader right here, as you can see, and we have a little bit left in this one. I don't know, a little bit meaning 260,000. And then here's the one we're currently filling up. We're at 91%, and we're probably going to fill it up real soon. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Actually, I noticed something interesting with the new Courseplay, the developer version of Courseplay. They used to do it like in thirds, but now they kind of go along and kind of deposit it as they go along, which is kind of interesting to watch because it makes it a bit more even instead of having huge bumps in it, which is kind of nice. Anyways, that's the thing I noticed. Also, we have the... I'm just bringing the case down here. I think I need to check on a couple fields that need to be fertilized. I'm just double checking with this guy right here. Also, as you can see, I have the case Steiger 500. He's currently seeding this field right here. He's almost done, actually. I don't know where he is exactly in this process, so let's go and just set him on his way. I have him fertilizing, or not fertilizing, I have him planting, I guess I could do this. I have him planting, why do I keep saying fertilizing? I have him planting soybeans. There we go, holy cow. As you can see, I don't know how fast I can go with this. But I have him planting soybeans for the moment because they're still relatively profitable for us. So, as you can see, he's done pretty much everything already. He's just doing the headland, I guess, at the end, just to clean up all the edges of the field. So that's what he's doing at the moment. So, like I said, I'm just going to do it myself. Might as well at this point. There's not much left to do on the field. So, one thing I noticed about this particular tractor, it turns really slowly, which is probably more accurate to what it's actually like, but it's just really strange to drive. So when you're turning, like, has a really slow turn, which is good and bad all at the same time. So that's what I've discovered, at least. Let me just double check to make sure this was all in soybeans. That'd be kind of funny. Where am I? I'm in field 1. Yeah, that's soybeans. That's what I thought. Just had to double check there. Never know. Sometimes you do make these mistakes. But having the seeder on this makes a lot more... It looks a lot better now. It's nice and big. Case Steiger. It works well together because they're both red as well, which is nice. I don't know. John Deere's... I don't think John Deere makes any seeders quite like this. I don't think, at least. They do have some setups, like the... I think it's the 1910 air seeder setup. Of course, there's that. But it's not exactly the same as this, of course, so... But it does work. Here's that huge dip in this particular field. I don't know if it was intended or if it was a mistake, but... Am I going to get the corner there? Good. I don't know if it was intended or if it was a mistake, but it's definitely a big dip. So... Where's the last little bit? I guess he was just finishing up that last little bit there. Or it seemed that way. Let's just check this corner over here. Seems to have gotten it. This is good. So yeah, that's that weird. It turns really slowly. So I'm used to, like, a lot of the articulated ones will they'll kick So like, if you want to turn it right all the way to the right, it'll like fling back to the center. Of course, this one does not, so it's kind of nice. Where are we? In field 1, so we need to go to field 13, so let's go up here. 13 hasn't been planted yet. So, actually, you know what I think's happening? Not this guy. I don't know why this particular tractor does this, but it often gets stuck right here. I think it's just because of the turning circle specifically, so what I end up having to do is this and manually set it up, which I don't mind really, but it just seems a bit funny sometimes that you have to do that. So, oh well. That's the way things go sometimes, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tell how often I drive this thing. Looks a tiny bit silly with this particular trailer, but this is a really big trailer, actually. It holds 40,000 liters, just to give you an idea, so not really a small one by a long shot. That's the reason why I got it, actually. And I've been doing a bit more of this chaffing just because, whoops. Because it has been good for the slurry and whatnot, so that's one of the reasons I've been doing it. Actually, let's let this guy do his thing. There we go. Good. And let me hop over to this guy right here. So I just wanted to check this field over here. Field 7 and field 8. I honestly don't remember if I fertilized, and I want to say I didn't, which isn't good. But I don't know which stage this is. I think it's stage 2, yeah. No, definitely didn't fertilize this. Yeah, this is definitely... Looks like there's some weeds starting too. Pretty sure this is stage 2. Where am I? 7? Let's look at the growth. I think it's stage 2, maybe stage 3. That's not good. Lots of weeds starting here though too. That's crazy. Alright, so this is soybeans. So I need to take a look at what soybeans are good with. Herbicide A, dislikes fertilizer B. So let's change this to fertilizer B and spray this field right here. I'm just going to do this myself, I guess. Might as well. I don't know if this is going to be effective or not, just because I am pretty sure that it needs to be done earlier, but in hopes that it does work perfectly well. I don't know where I wants to do that. Oh, there it goes. In hopes that it does work fine, I am just going to... Why is it... That's strange. What was that all about? Just hopefully it does work well, but we'll see. I'm not 100% on whether it will or not, so we'll have to see what happens, but at least now we'll have fertilizer on it. Whether or not it's actually going to do anything, I'm not 100%. Although luckily our pH is neutral, which is nice. Also, I picked up a... I don't know if you... where is it? It's over there somewhere. It's a placeable fertilizer... I don't know, cell point, I guess. So that you can pick up your fertilizer and herbicide and lime from it. Oh no, it's actually only for fertilizers. So I believe what you can do with that is... Actually, no, the way I should do this, I should do it like this. Like I said I was going to last time. Alright, so let's do a headland first here. I don't know if you'd actually do it this way. You probably would... probably not, actually. It's funny, you look in fields, and often, I don't think this is the way people would do it. They do, like, little circles, so they do, like, they wouldn't do a circle around the field. They would do, like, ovals, I guess, would be the way I would describe it. Again, situation where having that variable management would be nice. Why is it doing that? That's strange. I guess because I'm not going straight. It seems like when I was going straight, it worked better. I don't know. I wonder why it's doing that. Maybe I'm going too fast? Nope. It's still doing it. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Weird. I think the max speed for this is 30 kilometers an hour, so I don't know. This could be one way you could do it. I suppose there's lots of different ways to do this particular activity. Of course, I'm referring to spraying the field, but I'm sure people will say there's a better way to do it, and there almost always is. And of course, I'm spraying the grass over there, but whatever, right? Anyhow, I was someone left a comment the other day on one of the videos that apparently somebody got snow where they live, which is not cool at all. I know some people got frost, but apparently some people got snow. Why is it doing that? That's strange. I wonder why. All wheel mode, select spray type. No, it doesn't make a difference. Anyways, yeah, he said it got snow, and it was kind of surprised me a little bit, but no, it's not impossible this time of year to get snow, right? Just not really the optimal situation, really. Kind of throws some people off, like, well, would throw any farmer off, really, when you think about it. Because it's like one of those situations where, oops, missed a little bit there. I think this is what they would do, something like this. Oh, totally missed that. There we go. Yeah, it'd be one of those situations where, you know, you get some snow and you're like, it's going to be a good yield. It looks like it's going to be a good yield in the middle of the summer, and then you get frost on it, kills all your plants. Would not be fun at all. I don't know. I'm sure some people have different opinions on that, but anyways, I'm going to go and I'm just looking for the previous episode in terms of comments and whatnot. Where are we here? Here we go. Alright, here's what some people said. Some people are asking about where I got the cedar, so I think they're talking about the Bourgeois cedar. That I have. It's the one I was just using on the Case Steiger 500. I think someone was asking about that. J-Dog says I should plant some corn. Patrick asks, why am I recording in 720? It's an interesting question. I actually used to record in 1080 with one of the different programs I used, but what happened was in one of the updates, the sound became really buggy, so it would like skip. I don't know if people remember. Some people might remember that. Like Craft Farms would probably remember that. Mr. Van Bruggen might remember that too, but I'm not sure if anybody else does. But anyways, there was a time when I recorded with a different program called Morillus Action, and I love the program. I still use it to record Minecraft, and it has no problems with Minecraft for whatever reason. But with Farm Sim, it seems to have a problem for whatever reason. So, anyway, so what happened was when I was recording with that particular program, it would make my voice skip every now and then, which was really annoying because you know, you're listening to somebody talk and it's like yeah, and it was really annoying, and I couldn't figure out the exact reason why. So eventually, I moved over to. I'm just going to deal with those guys there. Having a little dance off apparently. Jeez. There we go. I don't know what the deal is with those two guys. I thought this held 40. I was pretty sure it was. Maybe it was the other one that held 40, but it holds a lot anyways. I'm pretty sure. Why did I think it hold? I don't know why I thought that, but. And this one, the one I bought, I thought it'll hold 29, but for whatever reason it doesn't. Maybe it needs a special extension or something that I just don't put on all the time. Oh no, it's only 36,000. Alright, those guys are good now. Anyways, back to the spring. Yeah, so that's the reason why I switched over to OBS, or Open Broadcast Software, is because I didn't have any problems with it. And there's a lot. One of the really nice features I like about OBS is that it doesn't. I have two screens in my setup, so when I record, I can see what's recording, and it also shows me the duration of how long I've been recording for, which is nice. So I can try and keep the episodes at a reasonable length instead of making. Whoops. super long episodes. Although I have done that still, just because I'm enjoying myself or whatever. But the strange thing is, when I record with OBS, it doesn't like me recording in 1080. Might be because my graphics card's a little dated now. I only have a GTX 460, I think it is. So it's a little dated in comparison to 780s and 770s that got out now. So, and I think that's part of the reason why. But the funny thing is, if I look at graphics cards, like, they do have better graphics cards out there. But in terms of processors and whatnot, it's still relatively good. Just graphics moved a lot faster than processors and all that jazz. So, all right, bam, nice. Oops, totally missed that. Guess that's what happens when you're trying to do it in cab, I guess. Anyways, so that's the reason why I record in 720 Patrick's, because the previous program I used to use had no problems with 1080, and now I'm using OBS, and it seems to not like recording in 1080 for whatever reason. I can do it, but it's choppy. So if I do like stuff like this, it doesn't like it so much. But so when I play the game, it's choppy, I guess. So that's what I don't like. So 720 is 720 is what I've been recording at for the last little while, and you're like one of the first people to mention it. So in a while, at least other people have mentioned it in the past, but I'm going to fill this guy up here on this last little pass. So this will give me a chance to show you that new placeable mod I picked up. Let's just close that. It's distracting. So the placeable I picked up is, where is it? It's over there. There it is. So I think what you're supposed to be able to do with this is I can drive up to this now, and I should be able just to fill up. So if I'm on, so what used to happen is I could only refill on A, fertilizer. But with this, I should be able to go up to here, so I got the different fertilizers. And I should be able to just fill up with B. See? Perfect. I don't need to switch to A. And that was one of the problems I ran into before, so like with Courseplay specifically, it'd only be able to refill in A, but now like all I need to do is set it to B, and then I could, if I re-record the fill-up course, it'll fill up right here without having to worry about the type of fertilizer. So these are for the fertilizers, and there's also one for herbicides as well. Although I probably could switch it now. Yeah. Oh gosh, now I need to double check. It was B, wasn't it? Yeah. Oof. Anyway, so yeah, that's the nice thing about that. I really like that. I don't know who actually made it. I know David Oldfield was working on something like that for this setup, but then he discovered those, and he likes them a bit better, so, which is cool. Totally happens. Alright, so where were we here? No. Ah, here we are. Last pass. Let's just bring out these arms. Actually, there's a guy I follow on Twitter who talks about aluminum booms on sprayers. So for situations like this, by having those aluminum booms, the idea is to try and reduce the compaction on your field and whatnot, which is kind of interesting. Craft Farm says it was indeed Farmman8802 who modded the ProStar Lime Spreader to have a Jake brake sound and for it to have a different engine sound, I think it was. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so this is the last little bit of this field. Why is it missing that little smidgen there? That's really annoying. Even when I lower it down, it doesn't seem to make a difference. Anyways. It's like it's on a variable spread or something. Alright, so that's that field. Let's check this one over here. I don't know what it's in this field over here, so we're just going to check. It's funny, I was watching Hitman82's video on the land of Italy, and someone must have commented that he should play with the PDA closed. But although I totally understand the reason why he doesn't. Okay, no, it hasn't been fertilized. So barley. Oops, why did I do it that way? Barley likes fertilizer A. Oops. Fertilizer A. Okay. Yeah, so someone was talking to him about stop playing with the PDA open all the time. I totally understand why he plays with the PDA open on a map you don't know. Because I do the same thing. Alright, so how am I going to try this one? Let's try and do ovals and just see what happens. Ah! Is that what I'm supposed to use? Fertilize. I'm paranoid now because what can happen is you can actually... Yeah, it is. You can actually wither your crops and whatnot. Which is a bit scary when you think about it. I don't know which stage this is. I think it's stage 2 or stage 3, but we're going to find out. This might be a waste of fuel and time, but... I wish you could tell which stage it was at in an easier way. It doesn't say specifically, so... But it would be nice if you could, but I don't know any way of... Other than looking on here and judging by the colors. I think this looks more like stage 3, maybe. So... Which is probably not good for us, which means this is going to do nothing, but... They're only small fields, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, oval. Well, that's not too bad, actually. Sorry, when I mean oval, I just mean turn around. So I guess what happens in that scenario is inevitably you're gonna lose some of your spray. I actually had an interesting conversation with somebody a long time ago about it wasn't that long ago, I guess. A while ago, I'll say, about spraying. And apparently the woman was saying that the farmer close to her place sprays often in the wind, and she was concerned about drift and the chemicals and all that jazz, and it was just interesting to see what her point of view was. Alright. It's not terrible, I guess. It was interesting to see what her point of view was in terms of that, because a lot of people don't think about those types of things, I guess, so... It was kind of interesting, actually, so... One of those things I can't say I've ever had a conversation with somebody about that specifically, but it was interesting to see what her point of view was. She said the farmer didn't care, but I don't know. Most farmers are probably aware of that and try to avoid it. For a couple reasons. Environmental reasons, because you don't want to spray and have it drift all over the place, but also from a cost standpoint, like if you're trying to spray this field, for example, and it goes in that field, you're basically wasting what you're spraying. So I don't imagine many farmers would want to do that because the amount of money they make is not not a lot. So anyways, that is the deal, I guess. Alright, sweet. I do like the spray. I wish it was bigger, though. 24 meters seems small in this game. Like, in comparison to... Actually, someone said I should get the Agrifax. Oops, why did I do it like that? Someone said I should get the Agrifax sprayer. For those who have no idea what that is, let me just show you. It is... Ooh... They're on sale. Alright, where is it? Here. It is... Sprayers. Slurry tankers. This guy right here. This guy has, it holds 4,200 liters. Oh, that's not that much. It's about the same, but it spreads at, I think it's a 40 meters, I think it has, I want to say. Yeah, that has no information at all. And the other one we have, which is huge, is of course the, I think it's a miscellaneous here. Where is it? Oh my goodness. All the way down the bottom, I suppose. Anyways, it's the Rogator. There it is. This guy right here. That guy is just enormous. So if I were to be doing more of this myself, I'd probably use that one. Just saying, just because it would be a bit better. In terms of how long it would take, because this has taken me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. So normally I would just set it up and go and walk away from it and let the course play do its thing and go focus on something else, but in light of a couple people saying I should use course play less, I just figured I would do a little bit of this manual stuff every now and then, alright, time for this little turn. I gotta pay attention when I do this. So yeah, that's the reason why I do that. So technically I'm still using courseplay all the way over here, right? Not with this guy. Probably should move this guy though. Let's take him to field 13, which I think he was supposed to go to. And I just stopped dead in my tracks and didn't move. Field 13, where are you? I think if I go... I don't think I can access the field from the main road here. So what I'll have to do... I don't think... No. What I'll do is I'll go straight through here. That's right, car. Enormous tractor and seeder coming through. I can drive through signs. Alright, nice little ball diamond there. Those people like baseball. Alright, so this is the field that I did a little bit of chaff on as well. This is, what field is this? Field 13. Starting corner, we are in the northwest, heading south, and we'll do headland after. And let's just check prices quickly. Canola, corn. Someone want me to plant corn. I have a corn header. Maybe I'll plant corn here. I don't think this would technically be a corn planter. I don't know. Maybe. But I'm going to plant corn with it. You can actually plant potatoes with this too, and I probably won't do that. Just because this would not... I don't believe this would plant potatoes. Corn, it's definitely possible. Anyways, so let's generate the course there. And get this guy lined up. Because these articulated tractors do not like... not being lined up. And apparently there's no easy way to line this up right now. Alright, let's see what happens. Is he going to do it, or is he going to go in circles? Oh, perfect. Anyways, let's continue what we were doing there. That's why you got to keep these guys in check. I don't know why that happens though. It doesn't make I think this is just the turning radius of this particular tractor. I should really change it out for something. Something that doesn't have a problem doing turns like this one does. Apparently when I drive it there's no problem, but when it drives itself it has a problem. I don't understand. Anyways, let's continue here. So, alright, so I think what I'll do, actually, is I think I'll finish this field off camera, and then we'll come back. I meant to sell barley this episode, but I totally forgot about it until right at the end there. So what we'll do is, next episode, we'll sell some barley, and we'll see what else we need to do. Alright, folks, that's it for today. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from Idaho. Catch you guys later.